You get in the back of a rideshare and off you go. And all of a sudden, boom, you're in an accident. Are you insured? Is the driver insured? Who's liable here? Attorney Justin Watkins, he's heard all of these questions before. He joins us from Battle-Born Injury Lawyers with some answers. Great to have you, sir.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so you're in an accident as a passenger in a rideshare. What kind of insurance plays into this?
Yeah, it's a tricky question, actually. It can depend on a number of different factors. A lot of times people will drive in an Uber or for a Lyft, and they'll represent to you that there's no insurance coverage because their insurance excluded them under the policy because they were driving Uber.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Aha.
Okay? So Uber or Lyft have to, under Nevada law, provide up to $1.5 million of insurance coverage if you're in an accident. Where it gets tricky is if the passenger isn't in the vehicle yet. What coverage is there to protect the driver of the Uber or the Lyft if they're in an accident and it's not their fault?
I see.
It depends.
Yeah.
Okay? Some insurance policies will be there to provide for underinsured motorist coverage if the other driver doesn't have insurance, but that's not legally required.
Gotcha.
So they got to check into their own insurance policies. Uber, Lyft drivers can buy their own supplemental insurance.
As they should.
As they should.
Does the insurance only cover car accidents?
No, the insurance coverage for an Uber or Lyft driver will cover the damage to their vehicle. If you're the passenger, it's only there for your bodily injury. It's not your car.
Gotcha.
If you do have any
laptop.
Yeah, laptop that gets damaged, yes, there will be coverage as well for that.
Gotcha, absolutely. So if you're the driver of the rideshare, same coverage.
Yeah, where it gets tricky there is most people in their job, if they get hurt on the job, there's work compensation benefits. They don't, they get all their medical expenses paid for.
Yeah.
Uber, Lyft driver is an independent contractor.
Yeah.
They are not an employee, not covered.
So what do they do then? I mean, there's really no, they can't go to Uber or to Lyft and say, hey, I got injured while I had a fare for you guys. You have to pay me the workers' comp. That just doesn't work.
That's right. So they need to look into a couple different options. Number one, you can buy your own supplemental disability insurance along the lines of like Aflac. Number two, there are some insurance policies out there that offer what's called Uber or Lyft supplemental insurance, which is intended to protect the driver if they're injured, whether it's their fault or not, whether it's the other vehicle's at fault and doesn't have sufficient insurance, or if there's property damage that's not otherwise covered. So they can look to their own auto insurance policy and look for supplemental coverage.
I wonder if that supplemental, because sometimes these passengers are pretty unruly too. They're coming
right.
back from the club. If they injure your car or if they injure you, will that be covered as well?
Yeah, so generally speaking, that's going to be covered under Uber's policy,
Gotcha.
Okay? But if it's not, that supplemental policy usually is in place to cover any of the damage to your vehicle or damage to yourself with those unruly passengers.
So what do we do to make sure that we have the right insurance? Well, how do we know if we do or we don't?
Oh, right. So if you're the passenger, the key is that you want to, if you're involved in an accident, to, on the Uber or Lyft app, report the accident on there. They both have channels to do that. Note the driver, note the circumstances, and you should be protected under those circumstances.
Gotcha.
Okay? If you're the driver, you need to check with your own auto insurance policy for your individual car and ensure that you've notified them you drive for Uber or Lyft and see what supplemental coverage they have.
Because if you just have your typical insurance and they realize that you're driving for Uber and Lyft but you didn't tell them, they're going to say, sorry, It's like if you have home insurance but you added a pool and there's something happened at the pool but you didn't tell them.
Right.
Same
Or
thing.
like operating a business out of your home and you're trying to have homeowners insurance.
Exactly.
They will cancel you. Yeah, that's right.
So how do we get the ball rolling? If we do find ourselves in an accident, we have to reach out. Well, what do we do?
Yeah, give us a call at 702-570-9000. If you're involved in an accident or if you have any questions about any legal issues, even if we don't handle it, we'll refer you to somebody that will.
I'm assuming that this rideshare situation, this is a growing sector for you guys.
Yeah, especially because it's complicated as to what levels of insurance exist at what point in time.
Yeah.
And so if you're in an Uber, Lyft driver or passenger and you're involved in an accident, just call us because it's complicated and that's what we do for a living.
Absolutely, no question. It's
great. All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Hey, let the battle-tested attorneys at Battle-Born Injury Lawyers get you the help you deserve if you're in an accident. You can call Battle-Born or visit their website on your screen, whether it's about this topic or frankly any legal topic, they'll help you. They're located near the 215 in Town Center in the Southwest Valley. And by the way, Battle-Born Injury Lawyers is a proud sponsor of the Morning Blend.